Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I'm super excited to announce the release of my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. If you're ready to alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level in 2021, head over to goldenkey.gift to download the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome one and all. I am ever so grateful that you have joined me today and tuned your beautiful brainwaves in to some positive thinking, a different perspective than maybe what you've been bombarded with out in society, on the news, from your family and friends or coworkers. This is the place where we can share different perspectives and look at things in a positive light, which is especially important nowadays that the world is experiencing so much upheaval. And especially in times of so much upheaval like this, it is so incredibly important that we focus our energies on things that are positive, on peace, on love, on harmony, on unity. Because without us focusing our energies there, that energy is not then manifested in the collective. If we were to allow ourselves to go down a fearful route, which nowadays is very easy, but all that then does is contribute to that energy in the collective. And that's not what we want to do. In fact, we want to do the opposite of that. And so, what I would like to remind everyone to do every single day is to send the intention of peace and love, especially right now to Ukraine and Eastern Europe. Now, I have zero idea of really the details about what's going on, but what I do know is that the energy of love and peace needs to be sent there. Because if I were to otherwise, for me, it's really hard. I don't know if you guys are like this, but for me, there's a reason why I don't watch the news. There's a reason why I don't watch very scary movies or things that are more likely to create a fearful thought within me. I know myself better. I know that if I know details that are going to create a fearful thought in my mind, that I'd rather not know that detail. I am better off knowing the overarching theme, the concept of what's going on, and to know that what I can do, the most beneficial thing that I can do, is to, instead of being fearful, to be able to sit in a place of love and to be able to send peace to that area of the world. I know nothing else, but I do know that. I know that the one way that I can help is to focus my intention, to use my will to consciously focus this intention, this energetic intention of love and of peace. And when we can all do that, that can be so incredibly powerful. As a matter of fact, it is incredibly powerful. There's actually a word for it, a name for it, if you've ever heard it. It's called the Maharishi effect. And back in the 70s, mid-70s, this term was coined, and it was actually a prediction that this Maharishi made that if 1% of the population could practice this meditation technique, and actually it was specific to transcendental meditation, but in my mind, it doesn't matter what kind of meditation technique you are using, the fact that you're sending focused energy in a beautiful, loving way is all that matters. And so The prediction was that if 1% of people were to focus in this way, in a loving, harmonious, and peaceful way, then what they would see is a decrease in crime, a decrease in violence. And what they found that to be true every single time it was studied. And this has been studied over and over again throughout the years. One of the most well known studies was done in Washington, D.C., where when they did this study, the decrease in crime was 23%. That's huge. And what this shows is the power of our collective thought. All we are here is energy. We are consciousness, we are energy beings, just materialized, densified into this material form. That is it. We are created from a focus. We create with a focus. And the way that we do that is to use our will, is to make the choice, make the decision to focus our intention in a certain direction. And we can learn to strengthen our will in order to do that. And all we need to do in order to strengthen our will to do that is to make that decision, is to have the desire to instead think this way, instead be able to have the focus of love instead of fear. With each desire, with each practice, with each focus, each decision, it gets easier. You build upon each one, and the foundation that you build there with that first one just gets built upon, and the entire structure becomes stronger. You become stronger. Your will becomes stronger. And what's beautiful is when we can all spend a little bit of time each day, and I'm talking taking 10 minutes out of your day, 5 if that's all you have, but do it twice, 10 minutes out of your day where you sit and breathe and intentionally focus your thoughts on loving thoughts, on gratitude, on peace, on forgiveness. Train your mind to do this every single day, to breathe in those energies. Breathe in the energy of love every single day and allow it to surround you. And when you do that, then allow it to be given to others. Allow it to go and spread to the entire world. Allow it to go out into the grid and touch the entire collective. There is only one of us here. What is in one is in the whole. So each and every single one of us who does this is contributing to this beautiful collective, this beautiful whole. And each time one little match is lit, we get brighter and brighter and brighter. And that is all we need to do. All we need to do is sit quietly with ourselves every single day and intentionally focus these energies for ourselves, for our loved ones, and for the entire planet. We do this every single day, and we will see changes in the world because that's just how it works. The more mass, the more numbers that we have, the more coherence there is in the whole. And the more that that is the energy present, then the other energies that aren't quite in alignment with that, then they might be able to get up there a little easier because that is the energy that is present. So it is so incredibly important for each one of us, especially now and every single day, but especially now with everything that's going on in the world, to take this time every day and send this love out to the world. And don't forget about yourself here, because the more you work on yourself, the more you're contributing to the whole. The best thing we can do for the whole is to build our own light, to recognize that we are one. We are one with the Creator. We are one with the infinitum of all that there is. We are one with each and every other self that exists on this planet, and every other one for that matter. The earth, all her creatures, we are one. There is no separation here. And so when we work on ourselves and work on loving ourselves more, we find it easier to love another more. We find it easier to see love out in the world more. So it is so incredibly important for us. to work on ourselves, to spend that time with ourselves every single day. In meditation, that is where the benefit really is. That's where the clarity is. That's where it's way easier to focus. When we can spend this time every single day, we are contributing to the whole. We are contributing to world peace. We're contributing to the light and love that is who we are. And we're contributing to that being what everyone sees. As we move into this new dimension that we're moving into, we are going to go through a lot of these difficulties. Unfortunately, it's just the way the game has been set up for us, that we are here to make a choice. We are here to learn to love ourselves, to love one another, and to have harmonious relationships, to start to see that we truly are one. And if we are unable to do that, then there are forces at play that will make things more difficult for us so that we then have a choice. We are then forced to make this choice. There's a quote in the Law of One I'd like to share with you. The Law of One, otherwise known as the Raw Material, written in the 80s, is one of my favorite series of books. But this quote comes from Book 3. It says, "The many coming changes as we progress into fourth density will offer many challenges, difficulties, and seeming distresses within your illusion, offering catalyst. Will provide a great opportunity for service due to the many who will then seek to understand the reason for the malfunctioning of the physical realms of their planet." So if you think about that, those who have not thought about these things before now are thinking about these things. And without these difficulties, challenges, distresses happening, they would not have been prompted to see these things. So we can see these things without having to go through all of the challenges, but often we don't. And so we have to be pushed. And unfortunately, the time is coming where our choices have to be made. And so it seems like it's getting a little harder. And again, the best thing that we can all do, because we are aware, because we know better, is we can send energy out into the world of love and peace. We don't want to focus on war. We don't want to focus on violence or fear because it only feeds into that. What we do want to focus on is sending as much love out there as we can to really imagine, use your imagination. It is such a powerful manifestation tool, probably the most powerful manifestation tool that we have. Just imagine it. Imagine this beautiful light all over Eastern Europe. Imagine this beautiful white light within yourself, within each and every single cell, just glimmering and shining, lighting up that heart center of yours, just shining so incredibly brightly. And with that, you can be a beacon to the whole. You are helping the whole shine brighter. Each and every one of us that does this. It is so incredibly important. For me, it is. I know that whenever I can spend this time for myself, yes, I'm helping myself, but really what I'm doing is helping the whole because there is only one of us here. And the more we can help that whole, the less we can see all of this distress. And the more we can see more peace and harmony. And if you're like me and it's hard for you, you're too empathic, you feel everything, you can't really know all the details of things because it takes you to that place where your energy isn't helping the whole, then shut it all off. It's totally okay to shut it all off. You are helping the whole way more with keeping your center than you are if you were to allow yourself to go down a fearful path. It's really easy to get caught up in the negativity. It's very easy when all we hear about is war to think about war. But what is that doing? Again, we don't want to think about war. We want to think about peace. So every time you hear the word war, I want you guys to remember this and think to yourself, all right, I'm going to think peace. I'm going to, in this moment, I can take this 30 seconds and send peace to that area. I am going to breathe in peace from the creator, from the ether all around me because everything exists. And I am going to intentionally visualize it over that area. That is all that it takes. Using your imagination to send this energy, to send a loving thought. Do you ever hear of the 100th monkey? The 100th monkey effect? I don't know if it's the effect. It's the Maharishi effect, but I don't know about the 100th monkey effect. Maybe. Still. When the 100th monkey learns a task, then all of the other monkeys in that area know the task as well. They didn't need to be around that monkey to learn it, but because a certain percentage of the mass collective learned it, then the entire knew it. And so that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about increasing our numbers to get to that mass number to where then it's bright enough, the light is bright enough that the darkness has to just leave because it can't be seen in that much light. It's just impossible when the light is that bright. I'm not sure who said this quote, but it's coming to my mind right now, and it's not a quote because I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to talk about the concept of it, which is you cannot go in to a lit room and darken it with a tiny ounce of darkness. But what you can do is go into a dark room with a single match and light the entire thing up. This is how energy works. This is how light works. The more we focus on it and grow it within ourselves, give it out to the whole, that is all that will be present because energy is all we are. Consciousness is all we are. And we manifest and we create using the power of our thought, our focused thought and intention. I think that's it for me today, everyone. Remember to spend that time every single day sending peace, sending love to yourself, to the world, and especially to Eastern Europe right now. I love you all so, so much. I'm going to leave you with the song. This is Volo with The Winds. Until next time, love you all.
Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.